Hey everybody, it's Pat here, and I want to give you a few tips on how to prepare for a Zoom call, because that is what we're all doing these days. Most people, all day, every day, are on Zoom, and I've heard the new expression from some people, I'm all zoomed out. And so I've also been getting questions and feedback from people saying, well, how do you prepare for a Zoom call? Let me give you a few quick tips. One, before you come on the call, well, first of all, when you get invited to a Zoom meeting, if this is new for you, make sure you've got Zoom downloaded on your computer or your telephone. Secondly, where you have the opportunity, test the Zoom link. Make sure that you're connected on your computer. Test the sound, test the video, get familiar with all of those pieces that will allow you to come on into a Zoom meeting as a professional on time and looking great. So test all of that ahead of time. And now this is when you're a guest on a Zoom call that I'm talking about. If you're the host, then make sure you're there on time. And what I do before I go on Zoom, whether I'm a guest or a host, is that I will stop and I will make sure, I'll go check in the mirror and put on a bit of lipstick, make sure I don't have lipstick on my teeth, and, just kind of fix my hair a bit. And listen, most Zoom calls, I'm not talking about the friends and wine Zoom get-togethers. I'm talking about business. And so I get up and I get ready to go to work. So I dress for business. I encourage you to do that too. Show up as you would in a professional setting. Now, I have the good fortune every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning of being on a Zoom call with my mentor, a multimillionaire successful businesswoman. You can bet I show up and look like her in the sense that I'm not coming in my sweats. I'm not doing the call from my backyard, right? I'm in my office and I'm here for business, and I suggest you do the same thing. So before I hit the button to join a Zoom call, I get into my chair, I get into my headspace, I check my background, I make sure my pretty lamp is lit, my flowers are there, I make sure the back is cleaned up, it's professional looking, and I make sure that I am also centered in the camera on the video part of it. And so then I have my notebook ready, I always have my fluid with me, my water, and I show up, I put a smile on my face, and I click video, because now I am present. I also have a little tip. I have this note that I keep handy for any Zoom call, and this is it. To be present. I got this from my church when we were doing a series on screen time. And I put that there because when I'm on a call, I want to be totally present. I'm not going to be multitasking. I'm not going to be looking at my phone. I am totally present. And the other piece to this is being totally present, and being in my office means sit still. I've been on Zoom calls where people are picking up their laptop or their phone. They're walking around into the kitchen, out of the house. It's very distracting to anybody else and disrespectful to the host. So ground yourself, sit where you need to sit, and stay still. If you do need to move, turn your video off. Just a tip for many people who probably just don't even realize that that's happening. So again, show up as your best self and be present and be respectful and look the part and clean up your environment and give it your best shot and be your best self and enjoy the call. Those are my success tips for how to do a successful Zoom, which we're all doing these days. Stay well, everybody.